Good morning. Good morning. Oh, another soul share. Actually, it's not a soul share this time. I should say it's spirit share because it's with dear Tunkasila. Wish to step forward, and she is in spirit. So it's her spirit that, yeah, wishes to speak to us today and bring forward whatever she wishes to bring forward. So let me just drop straight in there, right? Yeah, welcome coming into that quiet space, receiving, listening with your eyes open, your eyes closed, whatever feels right for you. Um, yeah, let's begin. There is a physical understanding. There is a physical understanding in that you see us at your feet. You see us walk with you. And in walking with you, we do not in ways you are programmed to be told, not in ways that have been inputted into you about our physical practicalities of walking with you. Yes, we come to do this as it brings enjoyment. It brings enjoyment to be out with you, to be with you in our own way, as close as we wish to be. But that is just the mediocre level of our joining with you. That is just a superficial level of joining with you. We join with you for we are you. We join with you for we bring these parts that you cannot see, that you do not want to see, that you perhaps cannot yet notice. And we bring these to your feet. We bring these to you just as you see us needing to retrieve, needing to bring something back to you. It is in this motion of bringing something back that you have understood, and yet you have molded, you have taken control of. To put it in a different way, to put it in a way where you cannot see yourself. These games get to be fun. Of course, we love to play, and these games get to be fun. But it is in these games that the objective is hidden. It is in these games that you distract yourself, that you hide from yourself. We ask you to pay attention. We ask you to no longer stop throwing these objects away from you. That these objects are physical, but everything that is physical is an expression of divine, is an expression of spirit, is an expression of self. And so there are these parts of yourself, there are these parts of yourself that you cannot see but are needed to be seen. And these are the parts that we bring to you. These are the parts that we join with you and for you. We are not here to walk in your shadow. But walk as your shadow. We do. There is a difference. We are not here to walk in your shadow. We are not here to walk behind you. But walk as your shadow. We do. And we ask you to look down and see this shadow that awaits at your feet, to see this shadow that awaits you, and to go to it, to go to it. And as you do this over and over and over, you will then see that we join you to rejoice. We join you to walk from the highest, to walk from the highest connection of divine, the highest connection of source, the highest connection of spirit. This is where we wish for you to reach. This is where we wish for you to exist from. We wish for you to meet us at this level, for all things exist at this level. We are but an expression of this. All is an expression of this. But what is needed to overcome is for you to look down and see your shadow. At first, for many of you, at first, this is what we come as. You cannot see it. You cannot see it at first. And I am sharing this to you now. For you are ready to hear it, you are ready to receive it, you are ready to know of it. Stop looking at us as a problem. Stop looking at us as the problem. Start seeing us as the solution. There are ways that we are to be that are understood and not understood. There are ways that we are to be for what we have to feel, for what we have to experience, for what we have to go through. There are ways, endless ways, infinite ways that we are to be, that are desperately trying to be understood by yourselves, that are desperately trying to have an answer on. There are no answers that are required. There are no answers that are needed. The answers that you seek, the answers that you wish to know, are just like you distracting yourself by getting us to chase things and bring them back. We are bringing to you the shadow that you cannot see. And so do not see ourselves as the problem. Do not see anything as a problem. In this way, in this space, in this space of all that is, in this space of all expressing itself, of all expressing itself to you, nothing is a problem, including yourself. There is no problem here. You are your own solution. You are your own solution. Yet there are aids. There are helpers. There is support that comes in multitudes of ways, that comes in all ways, that express themselves to you, that wish to be seen by you. And we are one of them. We are your solution. We are your solution by not being the one who walks in your shadow, but by being the one that walks as your shadow, for you to see it, for you to see yourself, for you to see it and overcome it. To overcome it and access, enter, reach these higher states of yourself, these higher states that you exist in and exist as. And then we will exist in these higher states together. Where who we are and what we have to share is just as valuable as who you are. There will be no difference. There is no difference. How we are to experience life is different, but that is not different between you and another of your kind, another that is in the human form. And it is the same here. It is different for us just as it is different for you, but another in your form, they also experience life differently to you. But they are just as valid, they are just as valuable, they are just as important. And as you begin to stop seeing us as walking with you, but seeing us as walking as you, what we come to retrieve for you, what we come to retrieve for yourself, and that requires you to look at our shadow, that requires you to look at the shadow before you. And looking at the shadow before you, you will see yourself, you will know yourself. And eventually you will become yourself, and eventually we will exist in this place of being, in this place of simply being. Our whole existence will change, our whole relationship will change. When you see us, when you look down to see us, when you look at us, know that we do not walk in your shadow, but we walk as your shadow. We walk as your shadow for your existence, for your healing. We are carriers like that. We are great carriers. Just like it has been programmed into you that we are to retrieve, we are to chase. We are great chasers of what is not needed. We are great chasers of what is to be destroyed, and we are great retrievers of your soul. We are great retrievers, bringing your shadow to you, for it is your shadow that you are to overcome. And so we walk with you for you to see your shadow, and we walk with you as an aid for you to overcome, and for you to know yourself, and for you to access yourself fully, and to access us fully, and to access the divine fully. But you must see this. You must see the shadows that we bring, and when there are none, when they are done, then our existence will be different. Our existence together, our relationship together will change into a heightened relationship, into a vibrational relationship, into a soul interaction, a soul existence and coexistence. I speak in this way of sharing, that you are ready to hear, that we have decided, that we have agreed upon, that you are ready to hear. For we are not the problem, and we do not need to be made out as the problem. Nothing is a problem. I speak with these words. I speak with these words that I wish to hit your heart, to hit your heart, and for this to be a sharp hit, so that you wake up, so that it is felt, that my words are felt, and in being felt, this is the start. This is the start of my words. This is the start of seeing us as the shadow with you, the shadow for you. To see this as the start. Allow my words to hit your heart, to have an impact, for this to be a hit and for this to be felt. These are the words that I share. And for you to feel my words, and for you to feel the shadow that is brought to you by us. As you fall into these shadows, as you fall into them, each time you will get up and fall into them again until there is no more falling. Until there is no more falling. And you have reached purity of soul. You have reached purity of spirit, and that is then how our existence will be. We are pulling you into the shadow to become purity of soul, purity of spirit, and to meet us there. And to live life with us from the greatest part that you are, from the most divine part that you are. And so when you make us do things, when you make us retrieve, when you make us chase, when you make us do things, notice and ask yourself, what are you running away from? What are you trying to throw away from yourself? And it will return. It will return. We are the great retrievers. We are the great chasers. And we do this for you. We retrieve for your soul. We chase for your soul. We do not walk in your shadows. We walk for your shadows. And you are ready now. You are ready to hear my words. That when you look down at us, see the shadow that we carry for yourself. Fall into it. Keep falling into it until we exist purity of soul, soul to soul. And our existence, our coexistence, our interaction, our relationship in being here together will be from the highest expression of divine, the highest expression of source that we all are. Everything is an expression of source, an expression of spirit. You are but in knowing yourself, in reaching yourself, these shadows are not to be overlooked, but must be looked. And we bring these to you. We bring these to you. Go be with my words, and go be with your dog, and go be with your shadow. and go be well. Go be well. Go be well. Wow. Thank you, Spirit of Tunkasila. Thank you, thank you. Ah, wow. Okay, that was wow, really insightful. Perhaps I'm not even sure what words to give it right now. Ah, yeah. I just trust that you received and received well, and that these words spoke to you. Um, yeah, uh, yeah. I feel that as I share this, yeah, for me it feels like what Tunkasila was sharing is that our animal friends are, yeah, are showing us the unconscious parts of ourselves and bringing them to our conscious, or asking us to see them consciously. That's, yeah, that's how I so deeply sense that in a really powerful way. That is really helpful for me. Yeah, so yeah, just thank you for listening. Receive, be, yeah, send you much love, many blessings.